These are such vile comments, but they are exactly what the View's audience loves. It is targeted perfectly at a radically feminist, liberal audience that loves hate. Another now. This is loving and tolerant rhetoric the left uses, which they accuse the opposing side of using. And this one, those women are a danger to America. They do more than anyone else to stoke political and social tensions. The former president says he thinks his wife should be allowed to think for herself.
But we were talking about Melania Trump's interview where she made this claim about the state of the United States economy. Watch.
The country is suffering. People are not able to buy usual necessities for the families.
What does she want? Whatever.
You're on TV.
Welcome back to StarHush. Get ready because we're diving into some serious daytime TV chaos. Donald and Melania Trump just dropped a jaw-dropping $120 million defamation lawsuit on The View. And trust me, this is way bigger than your typical celebrity spat. This isn't just about throwing shade. This lawsuit could shake up the entire talk show industry and put some serious limits on how far these TV personalities can go with their so-called hot takes. And right at the center of this firestorm, Sunny Hostin. Yep, she's knee-deep in this mess, and the question on everyone's mind is, could this be the scandal that ends her career? Or even juicier, could this be the moment that finally forces the loud-mouthed ladies of The View to actually think before they speak?
Now you know who has been bragging all over the campaign trail about how he's the one that overturned Roe v. Wade, but apparently his wife has different thoughts on the reproductive rights after posting this video plugging her memoir. Take a look.
Individual freedom is a fundamental principle that I safeguard. Without a doubt, there is no room for compromise when it comes to this essential right that all women possess from birth. Individual freedom. What does my body, my choice really mean?
But let's not act like this came out of nowhere. The View has been throwing jabs at Melania for years, going all the way back to her time in the White House. They've mocked everything from her Rose Garden redesign to those infamous Christmas decoration controversies. And now, it looks like Melania has had enough. She's not just clapping back, she's coming for their pockets in a move that could set a major precedent in the entertainment world. The co-hosts of The View have made a full-blown hobby out of tearing Melania Trump down. Remember all the "she hates Christmas" jokes? Or the non-stop gossip about her marriage to Donald Trump? It's like they had a whole checklist on how to drag Melania 101 inches and ran through it on live TV, week after week. Sure, some viewers found it entertaining, but her supporters? Oh, they weren't laughing. And now it looks like the former First Lady has finally had enough. Here's the thing, Melania has always played it cool. Throughout Trump's presidency, she mostly kept to herself while the media dissected her every move.
Critics are going hard after a liberal media member for vile comments about Melania Trump. The former First Lady appears to signal her support for reproductive rights in a video out yesterday.
Individual freedom is a fundamental principle that I safeguard. Without a doubt, there is no room for compromise when it comes to this essential right that all women possess from birth. Individual freedom. What does my body, my choice really mean?
And this take is pretty shocking.
I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all
That's a
agree on
given.
that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out.
Wow. I mean, that is, they've got to stop talking like that about a former president who's had 2 assassination attempts. I mean, that's just...
She let them talk, let them speculate, and rarely responded to the constant scrutiny. But this time, oh, she's not just responding. She's coming out swinging, and she's got receipts. According to insiders, The final straw wasn't just the usual shade about her Christmas decorations or fashion choices. No, The View went too far, turning the usual digs into full-blown personal accusations. They didn't just joke about her marriage, they implied she outright hates her husband, that she's actively avoiding him, and that she's secretly plotting her escape if he makes it back to the White House. That's a big claim to make on national television. And let's not forget the way they dragged her over her stance on reproductive rights. They painted this picture of Melania as someone quietly rebelling against Trump's staunch anti-abortion stance, as if she was secretly working against him behind closed doors. Whether true or not, that kind of speculation has serious consequences. For Melania, this wasn't just harmless celebrity gossip, it was a full-blown character assassination. And now, the person feeling the heat the most, Sunny Hostin. Known for her sharp tongue and even sharper opinions, Sunny is at the center of Melania's legal storm.
And she doesn't
with
care
him.
about that.
She doesn't want to sleep in the same room with him. She can't tolerate him.
Allegedly.
And she does.
Yeah, how do you know all this?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know all this.
Allegedly. That's why I say allegedly.
Told Sunny, yeah.
I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all
That's a
agree on
given.
that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out. She does not want to be the first lady anymore. She's destroyed the Rose Garden. Who hates Christmas? Melania Trump hates Christmas.
Administration as opposed to a Biden administration. And what if she, if anything, she wishes she could have done differently in the past 4 years or whatever?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I followed up because I was surprised at the answer. Look, I think it wasn't so much about the question, but it was really more about the answer.
Not a thing comes to mind.
But why her specifically? Well, because she didn't just throw out casual jabs about Melania's past. Oh no, she took it a step further, doubling down on claims that Melania hates her public role, despises her husband, and regrets every single second of her time as First Lady. And while The View might try to brush it off as just opinions, Melania's legal team is calling it exactly what they believe it is: defamation. They argued that these statements weren't just careless words tossed around for entertainment value. They were false, misleading, and most importantly, damaging to Melania's reputation. This wasn't just a little tea spilled on national TV. This was millions of viewers hearing accusations that could tarnish her name forever. And let's be real, when someone comes at you with a $120 million lawsuit, they're not just looking for an apology. They're making a statement. Melania isn't just out to clear her name. She's coming for blood. But here's where things get really interesting. This lawsuit isn't just about Melania. This could be the beginning of a huge shift in how talk shows operate. For years, The View and shows like it have walked a fine line, pushing boundaries, making wild claims, and hiding behind the idea of just having a discussion. But if Melania wins, this could force an industry-wide reckoning. TV hosts and personalities would have to think twice before casually throwing out unverified claims about public figures.
I think it would be dishonest for us to say that this president that we are looking at is the same person that we looked at in 2020. I think it would be dishonest for us to look at him and his performance now and his performance across the board, really, not in terms of policy and what he's gotten done, but when he speaks and his appearances, that this is the same man that was Barack Obama's vice president for 8 years. And it would be dishonest for us to look at his record as a senator, which is a darn good record, and say that that is the same man that we are looking at today. And that concerns me, okay? But what I will say is, they say behind every great man is a great woman.
Suddenly, the excuse of freedom of speech might not be enough to protect reckless commentary. And if Melania's lawsuit goes her way, this could send shockwaves through the entire industry, changing the way talk shows operate forever. But you already know The View isn't backing down without a fight. Their legal team is gearing up, no doubt arguing that their remarks fall under protected speech. But let's be real, good luck with that. Melania isn't walking into this battle with just any legal team. Oh no, she's got high-powered attorneys who've taken down some of the most powerful names in the game. These aren't just lawyers, they're sharks. And with $120 million on the line, you better believe they're coming with receipts, strategy, and a no-mercy attitude. Meanwhile, the public is eating this up. Some people are rallying behind Melania, saying it's about time someone stood up against what they call a biased, unchecked media. Others are riding hard for The View, arguing that Melania chose this life the moment she married Trump. They say, if you marry into the circus, you can't complain about the clowns. Whether you love or hate her, one thing's for sure. This lawsuit is turning into one of the biggest media battles we've seen in years. And let's not forget the bigger picture here. Melania's legal team isn't just claiming that The View's statements were rude or unkind. No, they're saying these claims were flat out harmful to her image, reputation, and livelihood. And in today's media landscape, where opinions get passed off as facts every single day, this case could finally force a long overdue conversation about accountability. Will The View double down and fight tooth and nail to defend their brand of unfiltered, no-holds-barred talk? Or will this lawsuit shake the industry, forcing networks to finally rein in their hosts and push facts over sensationalism? The stakes couldn't be higher, and behind the scenes, you better believe tensions are boiling over. Inside sources say the network is scrambling to do damage control, holding emergency meetings, bringing in crisis PR teams, and desperately trying to find a way to spin this before it gets even worse. Execs are reportedly freaking out, fearing that if Melania wins big, it could open the floodgates for lawsuits from other public figures who've been dragged through the mud on national TV. Let's face it, The View has made a business out of throwing shade, and now it might finally be catching up to them. And Sunny Hostin? Ooh, she's feeling the heat like never before. Insiders claim she's been warned to tone it down and be extra careful about what she says on air. But knowing Sunny, don't expect her to backtrack without a fight. She built her brand on being fearless and unfiltered. So if anything, she might just double down and make this even messier. And Melania, let's talk about her for a second. This ain't the same soft-spoken, reserved first lady that the media painted her as back in the day. She's stepping into the ring swinging, showing everyone that she's done being a punchline. This isn't just about the money. The $120 million lawsuit is about making an example out of The View and sending a clear message to anyone who thinks they can drag her name through the dirt and walk away untouched. Competing talk shows are scrambling to distance themselves from the controversy, nervously checking their archives and probably sweating bullets over past episodes. It's like a collective, wait, are we next? Moment. Sweeping across the airwaves, you can almost hear the panic in newsroom meetings. Do we have anything that could get us sued? Networks are scrambling behind the scenes, possibly even consulting legal teams to brace for a new era of accountability. And social media? Oh, it's an all-out war zone right now. Hashtags like #TeamMelania and #ViewGate are trending non-stop, with fans and critics clashing over every detail. Some say this lawsuit is long overdue, calling it a win for accountability and a warning shot for media personalities who think they can run their mouths unchecked. Others argued that this is cancel culture on steroids, and if Melania wins, it could set a dangerous precedent for stifling free speech and entertainment. But let's talk real consequences. This isn't just about Melania. If she wins, or even secures a massive settlement, this could open the floodgates for celebrities, politicians, and public figures to take legal action every time they feel dragged on TV. Imagine a world where A-list Hollywood stars, politicians, and reality TV icons line up in courtrooms to file lawsuits over every snide remark, meme, or gossip segment. The entertainment industry might need an entire legal department just to keep up with the fallout from lawsuits like this. And for talk shows like The View, this could force a major reset. No more reckless hot takes, no more sensationalized narratives, just carefully measured discussions wrapped in legal proof packaging. Imagine daytime TV stripped of all the drama, where hosts tiptoe around their words, terrified of stepping on a legal landmine. And Sunny Hostin, oh, she's not backing down. She's already doubling down on her right to speak her truth, claiming that open dialogue is the foundation of democracy. But critics aren't buying it. They argue that truth isn't an excuse for reckless speculation or invasive commentary. Is Sunny's fiery persona strong enough to survive this lawsuit? Or is she about to become a cautionary tale for every TV host, journalist, and podcaster who thought they were untouchable? The bigger question now, Will this courtroom battle usher in a new era of accountability in media? Or will it fuel the already raging fire of cancel culture and political division? One thing's for sure, this drama is nowhere near over. Every headline, every legal filing, every courtroom twist is only going to make this more explosive. Melania, Sonny, The View. The stage is set for one of the biggest showdowns daytime TV has ever seen, and you better believe everyone's watching. What do you think? Is Melania setting a new legal standard, or is this just another celebrity battle? Will this case change how the media talks about public figures forever? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's get this conversation going. And don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe for all the latest updates, and stay locked in because this saga is only getting started.